Welcome to the Serious Sarcasm Podcast. My name is Jay DeRozier. Everything you hear is purely my opinion and absolutely not gospel truth. If you do find yourself getting a little bit too worked up over what I say, feel free to take your opinion and, well, you know where. Now that we got that straightened out, sit back, relax, and you might want to get yourself some popcorn because it's going to be a long one. Enjoy the show, y'all.
What is going on? My name is Jay DeRozier. Welcome to another episode of the Serious Sarcasm Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, like I say at the beginning of every episode, I appreciate the first-time listeners. I appreciate our returning listeners. And to those who probably never want to listen again, refer to the first 10 seconds of every episode. It is what it is. Now, as we start this episode, I want to give a quick shout-out to none other than the voice in the sky, Mr. Podcast Dr. Phil.
What is going on? I had to throw that in there.
Not you having sound effects. You got your own theme music and shit?
Oh, there you go. Yes.
That's what it sounds like when I take a shit with no fiber.
Oh.
Hit the water just like that. Just like that. Hiroshima.
Wow.
Oh, that's a bad joke. Oh, sorry. My bad. I don't know where that came from. Gee. All right. Anyways, we have a great show for you guys today. First and foremost, election time is finally over. Thank God. We'll get into that in a later episode because I have a couple of things I want to talk about when it comes to reactions in the totality of what happened on Tuesday. So, anyways, let's get into the actual episode itself. Ladies and gentlemen, the first thing we're going to talk about is some sports. We're going to talk about, not actually sports, we're going to talk about sports journalism in general. We're going to speak on none other than, what's the name of the guy who used to hang out with Ronald McDonald, the purple dude?
Grimace?
Yes, Mr. Grimace himself, the black version of him, Jason Whitlock.
Is that this guy?
Yeah. Yo, fun fact, if you to keep that picture on the screen for a second, for those who are listening like audioly, Jason Whitlock is a bigger dude, obviously. I made the fat joke. But on top of that, if you see Jason Whitlock in this picture, he doesn't look like this now. But if you see him in this picture, right, he's wearing like this nice small little top hat, right? Phil, you want to know why he was wearing that top hat?
Why?
Jason Whitlock went to Turkey and got that surgery.
What surgery?
On his hairline.
Oh, the tattoo surgery or what?
No, like hair put in there.
Oh, God.
So you can look at a picture from him 6 years ago, a picture of him now, you're going to be like, yeah, he definitely got that surgery. And he was wearing that hat in between that time, the entire time, every day on TV. But anyways, I don't really want to make fun of his hairline. I could care less. The reason why we're going to talk about Jason Whitlock, I know a lot of people, and I'm going to go down the history of his jobs. He used to work at ESPN, was fired from ESPN. I forgot what website he worked on. He was like the main editor. He got fired from there. Obviously, you guys might have heard earlier this year, Stephen A. Smith kicked his back in like a new one. And we know what happened with that. He worked at Fox Sports 1. He failed there. He got fired. And now he is working for Outkick. Outkick is a far-right conservative, I'm going to say media outlet, not news outlet. I'm going to say media outlet.
Yeah, they don't cover news.
Yeah, they don't really cover the news. But on the Outkick, they usually obviously lean a certain way, like I just mentioned, but they say some of the most outlandish shit that could be far from the truth and far from reality. Now, the reason why Jason Whitlock falls perfectly into that realm, we're going to talk about his comments that he keeps talking about Deion Sanders. As you guys know, I'm a big supporter of the Colorado Buffaloes. I think Deion is doing a great job as a coach. He's doing a great job as a leader of men or young men in this situation and / kids, because some of the kids that are coming to him are 18, 17 years old before they become, technically men in the society. And he's doing a great job staying the course of the vision he had for this team. But of course, Colorado has all the haters in the world. So I'm not surprised that Jason Whitlock is one of them. Jason Whitlock has continued to fail as a TV sports pundit. Every step of the way he fails. He got kicked off his show on Fox 1, and now Emmanuel Acho is doing a great job on it. He sucks as a YouTube sportscaster, Because if you look at his former co-host, Marcellus Wiley is 10 times better and gives way better talking points and way better insight that's not rooted in just hate and evil and nonsense, bro. Real talk. Marcellus Wiley, for example, I don't agree with everything Marcellus Wiley says, but Marcellus Wiley is actually good at his job. So when he says something, it actually has some type of validity to it because he's not just grabbing BS from thin air to try to poke the bear. Do you remember when a long time ago, Phil, when LeBron James had somebody spray paint the N-word, well, nigger, on his Los Angeles home when I think he was playing for Miami or Cleveland at the time, right? Jason Whitlock says racism doesn't affect people who are rich like LeBron. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my fucking life.
Oh.
Am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
Because are we not seeing it? I hate to get political right now, but are we not seeing it right now with Kamala Harris?
Right.
Like, we're still seeing it with LeBron right now, with Bronny in the league now. There's every white dude saying, oh, I wish I could get my son in the league, blah, blah, blah. A lot of you white dudes go on your own business, and your son is a lazy piece of shit that does nothing but drink, fuck, and snort coke or smoke weed all day. And that's the reason why you won't give your kid the family business. So don't hate on LeBron and Bronny. But anyways, back to Jason Whitlock. He said that, and that's the moment I was like, I already was not listening to him and his bullshit. But when he said that, I was like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my damn life, bro. When he said racism doesn't affect rich black people. You know how stupid that sounds, right? Or am I just tripping?
No, that's the dumbest shit ever.
Okay, I thought it was just tripping. Because, I mean, I'm a Yankees fan. Let's be real. I think them Yankee fans ain't shit for what they did to Mookie Betts trying to get the ball out of his glove, which they did end up getting the ball out of his glove. I don't think that was rooted in racism. That was just rooted in stupidity. But we've seen other situations in all sports where it'd be soccer players playing in Germany and there'll be fans throwing bananas on the field at them. That's racism. That soccer player's a rich black man. That doesn't count as racism, right? Am I wrong?
That is complete racism.
Okay, just checking. Now, back to the Deion Sanders talking point of this segment with Jason Whitlock. Jason Whitlock says Deion wins only because of his corrupt program. All right, I'm going to sit up for this one. All right. Do you want to understand why Jason Whitlock thinks Deion Sanders' program is corrupt at Colorado? It's because Deion Sanders is winning. Deion Sanders is winning games. He has a star player in his son, Shedeur Sanders. He has another superstar player in his, I guess, surrogate son in a sense, with Travis Hunter. He has a solid player in his is Shiloh the middle son? Yeah, Shedeur's the youngest, so Shiloh's the middle child. He has a solid safety with Shiloh Sanders, and he has an amazing media PR ad guy and his oldest son, Deion Jr., a.k.a. Bucky. Shout outs to Well Off Media. Love what you guys are doing every week and every day when you guys post your content. But he's mad that Deion is winning. His kids are doing amazing. Travis Hunter is doing amazing. And the reason why he's upset is because it gets him clicks and views. I guarantee you, this video, when I clip it up, it's standing alone, me going at Jason Whitlock about Deion Sanders and Colorado football, I guarantee it'll be one of my most viewed videos because everyone loves to hate on Deion. Everyone loves to hate on Colorado. And a lot of you dudes who are keyboard warriors are the incels that Jason Whitlock loves leaning towards to get his clicks and views and get his money. And you guys don't really see it. And that's annoying. That's annoying, bro. The other thing that he said about Deion Sanders, and this is my last point. He said Deion is doing a good job, but he doesn't like it.
What?
So I don't get it. You first said Deion is only succeeding because of his corrupt program, and then you said in the same mouth, Deion is doing a good job, but you don't like how he's going about it. How does that make any fucking sense?
It doesn't.
Phil, am I tripping?
You ain't tripping, dog.
Because that don't make sense to me personally. And the thing is, he's upset that Deion is using I know you're not really into sports like that, Phil, but I'm gonna enlighten you real quick. So like the transfer portal is a big thing in college football right now, especially college athletics in general, but college football specifically, because it's being treated similar to free agency in professional sports, right?
Okay.
And Deion is taking full advantage of it, and his team is succeeding because that's the way he decided to go about it, right? There's a lot of other teams who took advantage of the transfer portal who are doing great. Vanderbilt is a team that took advantage of the transfer portal. They just beat Alabama a couple weeks ago. Indiana is currently undefeated while I'm recording this podcast. They took advantage of the transfer portal. Look how, I just mentioned Indiana, but you see how great they're doing. They might make the college football playoff, and Indiana has always been average or slightly above average as a college football program. They're one of the best 13 teams in the country, hands down. So just because it's now Deion Sanders taking advantage of the same system that's in place, and now he's succeeding at it, now you have an issue with it. Now I'm not going to be like, oh, Jason Whitlock is a self-hating black man, this, that, and the third. I could care less about that shit. Honestly, if you want to be Uncle Tom, Uncle Ruckus, whatever it is, I do not care. But I just think it's annoying that you as a sports reporter or a journalist that you claim yourself to be can't even be fair and concise in your points, because you literally contradict yourself by saying Deion is only good because of a corrupt system. But at the same time, you said you're happy that Deion is doing good, but you don't like the way he's going about it. That doesn't make any sense to me, bro.
Maybe that's why he doesn't have a job anywhere.
Oh no, he still works for Outkick, but he's gonna get fired too.
That's not
he gets fired. He gets fired everywhere he works. He gets fired, and because he gets fired, he's the social piranha everywhere he goes. If you listen to Steven, to those who's watching this or listening to this, I beg of you, Google or just find on Twitter Stephen A. Smith's rant about Jason Whitlock, and look up Jamel Hill. She's another former ESPN writer.
She's from here.
She's exactly, yes, she is. And Jamel Hill basically said Stephen A. Smith is right. All his talking points were right. Besides, the name calling about calling him a fat slob, Jabba the Hutt, with all that other shit. But the talking points about their time at ESPN, because at one point ESPN had all three of them on the payroll, and Jamel Hill said Stephen A. Smith is right. He's correct from her personal experience with Jason Whitlock. So that's two people separately, and a bunch of others who are saying the same thing about this guy. He's going to get fired at Outkick sooner or later. He gets fired everywhere he goes. Everything he touches doesn't turn to gold. It turns to shit. And, yeah, there you go. Jason Whitlock.
He needs his own podcast.
He'll,
so he can control it.
it's never going to happen. The thing is, he needs a big media platform to garner the views, because I don't think he can garner them just solely on his own merit.
Oh, you're saying he needs the machine to push him.
He needs the machine to push him, exactly. If he's not with the machine, the algorithm's not going to push his nonsense. Let's just be real. If he'd be similar to those two dudes I don't want to bring up, and he'll probably get demonetized quickly.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But anyways, let's talk about being an influencer. Phil, did you know there's a study that claims that there are 12 million full-time influencers?
12 million.
12 million full-time influencers in the United States.
That's like all of New York.
Deadass. The reason why this thing kind of surprises me, it's kind of funny to me, I'm not a full-time influencer. I do a couple of skits here and there on social media with my friends. My friends are full-time influencers. They're great at what they do. They make great content, whether it be Miriam, whether it be Trey, whether it be Junie, whether it be Janaya. Like, these people are amazing at what they do online. And I'm not in that same space. I can do it. I know I can. I got plenty of great ideas. And one of my great ideas actually went viral. And I will say this, there's a pro and con to this influencer game, or even this podcasting game, and making this a full-time job. The pro is you get to live out something that you really think you can do, and you have a great perception of what you can do. The con is a lot of people just doing this for money, and that's why a lot of content is getting so pushed down the algorithm, because people who actually have a passion and talent for these things. For example, I got a passion and talent for broadcasting. I couldn't get into radio, so I decided to make my own podcast so I can control my own destiny when it comes to this. I can create my own business, sell my own business, market my own business the way I wanted to, and also, if I don't like the trends that's going on around the spectrum when it comes to podcasting, I don't ride the wave. I become my own wave.
Nice.
And that's one of the reasons why I got into podcasting, because it's something I'm genuinely passionate about, something I genuinely love doing. Like, I get happy writing out my outlines for every episode. It's hard work, but I get happy writing out my outline. I get happy when I get to send Phil the pre-production email. Like, those are things that, like, literally bring me joy. Like, it makes me happy. It makes me happy that I'm working hard for something I truly love to do. A lot of you guys aren't doing it. Y'all doing it for a quick buck, because you may see Kai Cenat making money. You may see, who's the shorty? I forgot the shorty's name that went viral on TikTok for doing all the TikTok dances. You may see her doing shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Some of you might see women like there's a shorty called the Orlando Queen, I believe her name is, and she goes around and shows like great things to do in Central Florida, great things to, great places to eat, great restaurants. You might see people like doing stuff like that, and you think you can do it, but you want to do it for a quick buck. You want to do it for the notoriety. You don't want to do it because you actually have a passion of creating this content, and that's what floods and makes this ecosystem just full of shits. Like, for example, I'm a creative. Phil is a creative. Phil is a great creative, by the way. Phil, you have a true passion for doing this stuff.
That's right.
How would you feel if somebody came into this space and they just doing it for the check, and they're terrible at it, and them doing the bad job is then in turn probably stopping people from trying to discover you?
You know what's crazy? When I do my consults with people, I let them know, like because sometimes I do consults and people are like, "Oh, how do I make money?" I was like, "You don't."
Exactly.
Not right away, especially if people don't know who you are. So the first thing you got to do is build your brand. So yeah, if I tell podcasters all the way, you can't make money right away unless you already have a game plan. So
exactly,
I get it. But you can't make money. I'm not saying you can't.
You can't make money in this.
But
you can.
It's a process and an investment.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And not just an investment when we talk about money. I'm talking about time, patience, stress. It's a big investment. And
that's true.
I want people to understand when you call yourself a full-time influencer, this shit is not built from sand. It's built on stone. It has to last. It's not one of those things like water hits it and it washes away. Like, this shit has to last. If you're one of those people that tries to build things with sand, and the second you find some hardship or you don't see the ROI, for those who don't understand what ROI is, return on investment, that you think that you deserve or you think that you need from doing half-ass work, and you go back to whatever job, or you can't get the job that you had before you were an influencer, just understand your heart was never in this. You didn't belong in this space. You don't belong here. You can't sit with us. Straight up. But anyways, let's talk about somebody who's been one of the greatest influences on fashion and culture, Kanye West.
Oh, Kanye.
Like that transition, right? That transition was kind of smooth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeezy. Then he looks so mad in that picture.
Yeah, that's the only one I could take.
But I want to speak on Kanye because if you guys didn't know, Kanye actually reached a settlement with Adidas. If you guys didn't know, Kanye was dropped from Adidas a couple years ago, obviously for his anti-Semitic remarks. And he's been going through litigation with Adidas all these years. And come to find out, they settled out of court. But here's the crazy thing about the settlement, Phil. No money was exchanged or changed hands in this settlement.
What? So what's the point?
I said the same thing. So the full details of the settlement didn't come out, but in my brain, if Kanye or Adidas didn't get any money off of this, give me 1 second. Excuse me, I was just drinking Gatorade.
Nice.
That was a good one too.
It was. I'm leaving it in.
You can leave it in, I don't care. Pause. But the thing is, for Kanye to reach a settlement with Adidas and no money changed hands, do you think Adidas gave him back his IPs?
They better.
Right? That's the only thing that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Because for me to make your brand bigger than what it was before, which is crazy because Adidas is one of those long-standing brands, one of those trademark brands that you just know just by looking at the logo in this world. Like Adidas, Nike, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Universal Studios, Disney. Like you see these logos, you know what company that is when you see that logo. Mm-hmm. Adidas is one of those companies, right?
Yep.
So that's why it bothers me. I'm like, no money exchanged hands, but you guys came to a full settlement? Something's not adding up. Like 9 + 10 = 21. It's not adding up for me, personally. Mm-mm. But I will say this though. I think the past 2 years, especially the past year specifically, showed that Kanye doesn't need Adidas. Kanye on his own website started releasing clothes and the Yeezy Pod shoes, the little sock shoes, for $20 a pop.
Nice.
And he was selling them out left and right. Granted, the shipping time was kind of annoying because I bought a couple of those shirts and I ordered it. I got it like a month later, which is cool. I don't care. I paid $20 for it. Like, listen, if Shein, I will say this though, Kanye, if Shein can get me my product less than a week, Kanye, you can do better as well. But I know you're doing it on your own merit. You're doing it with your own company, and you're doing a great job at it. Honestly, in my personal opinion, for somebody who's starting out in this, you're doing a great job at it. When I mean starting out your own clothing line in business, you're doing a great job. But to Adidas, I think Adidas is in a tough spot right now because you just lost your biggest asset in Kanye, and you just sold out the rest of the, backlog product that you had in your warehouses of his stuff. Y'all sold it over the past year. So now you have no Yeezy anything, branding anything at all. Where does Adidas go next now?
They're going to try and find some new athlete, some new super athlete, and try and latch onto that.
I mean, they kind of did already with Anthony Edwards from Minnesota Timberwolves. And
Yeah.
I will say this, though. The marketing they've been doing with Anthony Edwards has been amazing. It's been phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like, some of the commercials have been absolutely phenomenal. I truly think. I was in Atlanta a couple of months ago, and I think my Airbnb was over there by Tyler Perry Studios, right? And they have a huge mural of, it's not a mural because it is a mural. They have a huge mural of Anthony Edwards on the side of the street. Anthony Edwards is from Atlanta, Georgia, by the way. And I thought it was dope, but Adidas, I think they might just latch on to Anthony Edwards. The only issue is Anthony Edwards, I don't think he can sell lifestyle.
Nope.
He can sell basketball easily, in my opinion. But I don't know if he can do lifestyle. But Adidas, I'll be watching, and I think it's going to be great. But Kanye, like I said, if you keep doing what you're doing, especially with those low price points, I think he could succeed better than Stephon Marbury or Shaq ever did in that price point area. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I had Starberries, though.
Right, Starberries were like $15.
Yeah, I had them.
Shaq's always been like $20. Shaq's clothes always been like $20 at Walmart. I think Kanye can live in that space. I'm not saying Kanye can sell Kanye's not gonna sell his stuff in Walmart, obviously, right? But if he lives in that price point space, I think he can do great things because his stuff is not poor quality at that price point, honestly.
No.
I think he could do great things. Kanye, if you stay in that price point, you can really tap into a space that Shaq tried to do that became popular with low-income households. Stephon Marbury did that, became popular in low-income households. But I think Kanye can do it where it can still be cool for that kid who's in a low income, that kid is in the mid-level, and the kids who are in higher incomes to all wear that stuff because he's Kanye West. Kanye West transcends, like, culture.
Yeah.
And there's very few artists or people in general that transcend culture. You got, Kanye, Zendaya, Beyonce, Bad Bunny, like they transcend the culture. And what I mean by culture, I don't mean like the culture as in hip hop. Culture in general, like what culture they're from, they're not. You remember when Beyonce dropped that one song and everybody realized Beyonce was black? When she dropped Formation and every white person got scared of her for a little bit. She was walking around with a baseball bat, hot sauce in her bag, and every white person was like, Beyonce's black. That's what Kanye is. Kanye's one of those people like he's black, but you don't really pay attention to it. You care about just Kanye. But anyways, shout outs to Yeezy, man.
Yep.
Phil, I have another topic that's pretty damn funny.
Okay.
Do you remember that TikTok money hack with Chase Bank?
Oh, the money scam.
Did you know that Chase Bank, they spun the block and they came back for blood?
Oh.
They came back for blood when I tell you, Phil. Yo,
That scam actually worked, though?
somewhat. So J.P. Morgan Chase has sued customers who took advantage of this TikTok hack. Now, let's get into it because I think this story is utterly hilarious, and I think it shows how stupid you people are when it comes to TikTok trends, Instagram trends, Twitter rumors, and all this other stuff. This stuff like this is one of the reasons why we made Serious Sarcasm, straight up. One of the reasons why I sat down and thought about exactly why I want to make this podcast. This story right here is one of the main reasons why a podcast like mine will always exist. So, this is a serious issue because obviously this has to do with fraud and financial fraud and all that stuff. But we're gonna talk about it sarcastically. Let's get it. All right. So, like I said, Chase Bank sued a couple of customers. Right? Listen, they on y'all ass. Scamming is over. So, J.P. Morgan filed 2 people have been sued, 2 businesses have been sued as well, and 3 federal courts. Guess how much the lawsuits add up to, Phil?
I don't know, man.
$662,000.
Wow.
Now, for those who don't know what the TikTok trend was, should I say it? I don't know if I should say that.
No, say it.
All right, the TikTok trend was basically you write a check for how much money you want to take out or want to deposit into your account. You go to the bank teller, you deposit your check, and then you go to the ATM because the funds will technically be available right there on the spot. You go to the ATM and then you withdraw the money because it'll show that the money's in your account, correct? Because, you know, it takes like one business day for the bank to realize, yo, you ain't got this type of money in your account and, the check bounces or whatever. That is literally check fraud. That's quite literally check fraud. And Chase is coming back for blood. Here's the thing, too. Chase gave those people who did those check fraud, the people they're suing so far, they gave them a chance to return the money back. And they got no response. So they were like, oh, word, guess what? We suing your bitch ass. And this is going to be a prime example of big bank take little bank and just, yeah, it's going to be a prime example of that.
Bloodbath, man.
The thing is, too, I'm not really ever on the side of banks, but this is the one time I could honestly say I'm on Chase's side on this one.
Fuck them. Screw the banks. You know, you ever heard of overdraft fees, nigga? They charge you $35 for not having money in your account.
I never understood that.
Screw them.
Like, why are you charging me?
$660,000 is nothing.
Why are you charging me more money for money you know I don't have? That makes no sense.
It's nothing, man. I'm just saying, this to a big business. I completely disagree with you, man. This is a frivolous fucking lawsuit. They just want to save face so that they realize, oh, we fucked up. People found a glitch in our system. They should be thanking them. That's all that they got screwed out of, instead of some real smart motherfucker got them.
Oh no, this is the first round of lawsuits.
Nah, if I was a judge, I would throw that shit out.
They're not going to.
Because guess what? Because the banks paid them.
Well, it's not even that. They're not going to, because remember, even if they throw the lawsuit out, that account is still overdrafted. So you still owe Chase that money no matter what.
Yeah, I know, but still, I think.
And God forbid that shit hits your collections.
That's so stupid, though. Like, I had a account that was compromised. It wasn't through Chase. I won't mention the bank, though. Okay. I had an account that was compromised, and I closed the account because it was compromised, right? Mm-hmm. And then the bank changed names, right? And then they hit me with...
I think I could guess what bank this is.
They hit me 3 years later with the negative amount that was in my account.
Talking about you need to pay it?
They took it. They just took it from my account.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, just straight took it. Like, you don't got the money? Like, y'all got the money. So, yeah. Fuck the banks. Sorry.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you on that part with fuck the banks, but this is the one time I can actually agree with the bank.
All right, okay.
This is the one time, genuinely the one time I can agree with the bank.
It's because you didn't try to get the scam going on? It didn't work for you?
Man, if I got the scam going, we would have been out of here.
Yeah.
I put a down payment on the house just to flip that money. I probably would have went to a strip club and spent that money.
Okay.
No, just like the dude thought, we're going to do our reparations money. But anyways, let's end the episode on a funny note. Let's talk about Bro, What You Want? So for this week's Bro, What You Want segment, it goes to a former Disney employee, Michael Schumer. Michael S. Michael S. was fired from Disney, right? And he was a menu product manager. Menu product managers basically design menus, come up with the concept of the menus, and also come up with the price points of menus at whether it be Disney kiosk, restaurants, hotels. Like, they come up with the, all that, right? He was fired from Disney. However, Disney didn't realize that he still had access to all their systems. Right, Phil? Michael started changing the menu prices and added profanity to the menu list.
Give this man a hero award.
But
I want to get a Disney dildo.
What makes me laugh about this? So here's a crazy thing. So when the FBI searched his home, to which he claimed that Disney was trying to frame him because they're too worried about him and the conditions that under which they fired him for, right? They found out that Michael caused the estimated damage of at least $150,000.
Damn it. Damages, really?
And also, the complaint showed that he had over 100,000 login attempts to hack the servers and the menu systems.
Oh, shit. 100,000. He was on a mission.
Oh, he was on a mission to fuck something up. He was like, oh, no, I'm getting in here. Watch.
You know that cat meme where it's like a cat on a keyboard that's like slamming their fingers, their paws.
But here's the crazy thing, too. When he was doing these attacks, supposedly, allegedly, he was disabling accounts and then launching basically like blockers so people couldn't like go on the back end and like trying to log him out to figure out who's changing these menus, right?
Smart.
And then he was using VPNs to hide his identity and location so they couldn't figure out where he was. And then all those systems and hacks that he had on his, like he was using, when the FBI raided his house, they found all those systems on every single one of his personal computers that he was using to hack. So they pretty much caught him red-handed.
Damn.
For Michael, I want to say, bro, what you want. I know Disney fired you, but my dude, yo, we live in Orlando. You can go across the street damn near and go to Universal and they can hire you on the
I'm like, bro, what you
spot.
want?
So, big dog, you deserve it. You deserve a bird what you want. It is what it is. You'll find another job. Well, not anymore because you're going
to jail.
you're going to jail. That mouse don't play by his coin. You know what I'm saying? That mouse don't play by his cheese, baby boy.
No.
So with that means, hold on, wait. The mouse don't play by his money. The duck doesn't play by his bread.
Oh, I like that.
I'm trying to think of another animal.
What is Goofy? Is Goofy a dog?
Goofy is a great name, which is weird because he be walking Pluto.
But Pluto is a dog too. That's
Yeah.
like slavery.
Yeah, he be walking Pluto. You know who Goofy is?
Gorsh.
Goofy is Jason Whitlock, and Pluto is what Jason Whitlock think other black people should be.
Oh. Ooh, okay.
Can I get some gunshots?
I don't have those here.
Oh, can I get a bomb?
Oh, hold on. I got your music ready.
In the words of Big Sean, little bitch.
Little bitch.
Anyways, y'all, this has been another great episode of the Serious Sarcasm Podcast. On behalf of myself, the entire Jada Rojan Media Network, and of course, Phil, it's been a great episode. But before we go, I also want to announce something. Ladies and gentlemen, the Jada Rojan Network has been growing, and I think this is a perfect time to announce to you guys.
Don't do it.
Don't do what?
I need the logo first.
You sure?
Yeah, man. At least I gotta put it on the screen.
I could have just announced.
No. You gotta do full screen image.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah. I
So
can't do it.
on the next episode of the Jada Rojan podcast, well, not the Jada Rojan podcast. On the next episode, that's not what I'm announcing either. I'm not announcing another podcast. It was just me starring it. On the next episode of Serious Sarcasm Podcast on the Jada Rojan Media Network, I will be announcing something new and something that you guys have been asking for, tweeting, DMing, and also commenting on my pages and this other gentleman's pages about. And there's going to be some good news for you guys. But till then, election's over, so be happy about that. Let's all try to enjoy the holidays. Happy holidays to you and yours. And like I said, on behalf of myself, the JDMN, and Phil, you have a good one, y'all. Appreciate y'all.